Vent blasters 3 times. No, get your hands.
All right, buddy.
away
I'm gonna
from
give you
my-
some questions. Okay, pick out 2 questions, and I'm gonna
For
do
sure.
Hello, my name is Elon Turner. I'm the best tennis player at the school, and I'm gonna be getting interviewed today.
All right, Elam. Well, we got a few questions for you. What does honesty mean to you in a friendship? Can you share an example where honesty strengthened or weakened a relationship?
Honesty is very important in a relationship because if you're not honest, then you're just, what's the point of a relationship if you're not being honest? So, like, an example of this could be like, I don't know if you know Luke McDaniel, but one time, he stunk. And so I just told him straight up, Luke, you stink. Did you put on deodorant today? And he looked me in my eyes and said, no, I didn't put on deodorant. I said, let's work on that next time.
So, did that affect you guys' relationship at all?
No, it didn't affect me at all because he always stinks. So.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I attend Queens Grant High School.
How do you think social media affects friendships and relationships?
I think it can affect friendships in like a negative way. Like some people, they be talking online, they be talking crazy online. In their Instagram notes especially, they put crazy stuff in their Instagram notes. I think that it just ruins friendships. I think you need to talk to a person face to face. You can't be talking on the net. And I think relationships, it can affect relationships like in a good way and a bad way because like you can like post your little significant other and like you guys can be cute, or it could affect you in a negative way and like you could catch your man cheating on you. So it could go both ways.
Oh. Who are you?
I'm Josue Abreu. I'm 16 and I'm on varsity baseball.
All right, Josue. What does honesty mean to you in a friendship?
To me, honesty is very important. I don't think you can really have a relationship or a friendship without honesty. For example, like if you have a friendship and you're not with that friend, but you're in a different group of people and you're talking about them behind their back or whatever, and you're saying things that you don't say to their face, in a way you're not being truthful and you're like obviously two-sided, and that's really unhealthy for a relationship. And that group that you were with, if they tell that person, that friend, what you were saying behind their back, that could end up ruining the relationship and even like getting rid of it altogether.
Josue, how would you navigate a friendship when you sense someone's being like dishonest or not truthful with you? What would you do? Would you confront them or would you just?
Personally, I would probably maybe ask them about it, and if they denied it, I would just give up. Not cut them off completely, but limit the interactions I have with them.
Is there any examples with this? Any names you want to drop?
No, I think I have pretty healthy relationships, healthy friendships.
Do you think it's okay to lie to your friends?
Yes.
Sometimes. Heck yes, I lie to this guy all the time. Yo.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes. No.
Who are you?
My name's Melissa. I'm a junior. I'm 16 years old and I play softball.
Hello, Melissa. In your opinion, is it ever acceptable to lie to a friend? Why or why not?
I think it depends on the situation, but if someone deserves to know the truth about something, you should tell them the truth. But sometimes I think lying to, protect someone's feelings can be okay in certain situations.
Oh, do you have any personal experience with this?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know? You don't have any personal experience with this?
I do, but I can't really think of an example.
Can you describe a situation where you felt someone was being insincere with you, and how did it affect your view of that friendship or relationship?
I think I've had friendships where, like, people were insincere and, like, they just didn't care about my feelings, and I think that it negatively affects, like, a friendship or a relationship because, like, if you don't feel cared for, then it just negatively affects it.
All right. 3. Who are you?
Jack Stenmark.
Okay, Jack. In your opinion, is it ever acceptable to lie to a friend? Why or why not?
I think it is acceptable because sometimes you gotta lie because you don't want to tell them the truth. Like, for example, if you were to wear like tight shorts, I'm gonna lie and say like, you look great, but really you don't look great because your butt is like too big and juicy, and like it might be a distraction for everybody else in the class, and I don't want that to like hurt you, so I would lie and say it looks good to save our friendship.
Okay, that's kind of gay. Do you believe that people often put on a fake facade in social situations? What are some common reasons for this, in your opinion?
I
Have
do.
you ever done this?
I do think people put on a facade in front of others in social media to, number one, keep a what's it called, like a high standard of what people think of them.
Okay.
Like,
Have you ever done this for yourself?
Have I ever? No, I've not. Like, Jack Doherty.
I have.
Yeah. I think he portrays himself to be rich and funny, but like off camera, he's a little bum. He doesn't do anything.
Have you seen anyone in person like that you know specifically?
That I
goes
know?
To our school.
That goes to my school?
Yeah.
Josue, bro.
Why do you feel he does this?
I feel like online, he has a giant ego, like in Rainbow Six Siege. Absolutely horrid. Worst player I played with. Talks a big game. Then when he comes to school, bad aim. When he comes to school, he's a little schmuck bucket. He's horrid.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you, Jack, for your time.
You're welcome, Christian.
Apologize.
You're welcome, Byron.
You have to deal with Josue on the game.
Thank you. I love you.
If someone were to ask me like a dumb question on an assignment, I would like help them, but in the back of my mind I'm like, damn, like what are you doing? And I can't really say too much because I had a truth or false
Okay.
quiz in psychology, and I wrote down vocabulary answers for the answers.
My name is CJ Dukes. I'm a high school student at Queens Grant High School.
In your opinion, is it ever acceptable to lie to a friend? Have you lied to a friend?
Yes.
When and how?
I lie all the time. I lie for fun. It's an occupation at this point.
So, in your opinion, lying's okay?
Yeah, in an acceptable situation.
Has lying to one of your friends ever hurt their relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
But you know,
how and why? If you'd like to share.
I can't say all that type. Bro.
Alright, continue.
So lying is like taking a shoe, right? When you take someone's shoe, it can hurt them. And when you hurt them, you'll lose a friendship.
What's your name?
My name is Asher Bennett.
Okay, Asher. What grade are you in?
I'm in 12th grade.
In your personal experience, is it ever acceptable to lie to a friend? Why or why not?
I would say like sometimes like you can, but like not if it's like that big of a lie.
Okay, Asher. Have you personally ever lied to one of your friends?
Oh yeah.
And affected their relationship?
Oh no, not like that. No.
Okay, not like that. You got a little defensive on that. Why?
What do you
Has
mean?
someone ever lied to you?
Oh.
Affected the relationship?
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
I've definitely had somebody affect relationships because of lies.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you one more question.
Yes, of course.
How do you navigate friendships if someone lied to you personally?
I don't know how I would navigate that.
Okay, so let's say one of your the people you are not friends with, I will not name drop them. lied to you. You used to be friends with them.
Oh.
How would you feel about that now, knowing the circumstances?
Knowing the circumstances, I would know immediately that it's a lie.
Okay.
Because of the way that person has been in the past.
So what would you do about it? Would you
Crash out.
All right. In you guys' opinion, is it ever acceptable to lie to a friend? Why and why not?
Yeah, I think it really is. There's a lot of things I lie to Connor about because I know they'll hurt his feelings.
Connor, what do you feel about that? You ever feel acceptable to lie?
I've never lied in my life.
Sawyer, you feel like that's a lie?
That is a lie. You just lied right there.
Well,
Has he lied to you personally, Sawyer?
Yeah.
yeah, I can't lie. I've lied.
About what, Sawyer?
He told me he was.
Yo, okay, can we not get into the specifics here?
What does honesty mean in a friendship?
I think it means like you don't lie, even if it would hurt Sora's feelings. Like he's my friend, but I know he can take it sometimes. Like if I called him like fat or something like that. Like that's being honest. It can be hurtful, but like it's better to be honest, you know.
All
You
right,
gotta
so
let
he
your
called you
feelings.
fat. How do you feel about that? Have you ever?
I am
how does it
fat.
feel to you?
I mean, I am.
And see, I'm not trying to be mean. We just tell each other the truth sometimes.
There's nothing I wouldn't say to Connor that behind his back that I wouldn't say to his face.
Appreciate that, bro.
We're always
No, okay,
honest.
can we not? I told Aiden that I liked his tattoo. I don't. I think it's the ugliest thing I've seen in my life.
Why did he pick a centipede?
I don't like centipedes personally. I don't know why I'd get on your arm or you see it like every single day.
This kid named Derek. He's an absolute loser. Sits in his room all day.
See, look at show his tattoo.
I'll show his tattoo.
I just think there's so much better options.
That thing is ugly.
Alex, do you think it's okay to lie to your friends?
Yeah, I think it's okay to lie to your friends to an extent, you know.
it's okay to lie about these stupid things, but to if they ask you like an important information, then obviously it's not okay to lie to your friends. I mean, your friends are your friends. You gotta give good information for your friends, you know. But if it's stupid like, oh, did you go to Carowinds last week? No, I didn't go to Carowinds last week. What are you talking about? Of course I went to Carowinds last week, but they don't know that, okay? So just to not make them feel bad, or just to not, just you'll know when it's the time's right, okay?
When you know, you know. If
What
it
he
feels
said.
good, it's right. If it feels good, it's right. That's the only reason you know it. If it, you know.
What he said.
Who am I here with? Who am I here with?
Ken Harper.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What does honesty mean to you?
Honesty means nothing.
Nothing?
It means nothing.
What do you mean? What, like, why? Why does it mean nothing?
Because it's just nothing, man. Gotta go with the flow.
You go with the flow?
Yeah, it's nothing.
How's the flow right now? How are you flowing?
My flow is good, man. Good eats, good vibes all around. That's the flow.
Yeah, man, you looking mad fine today. You trying to sneak away the bathroom? Hey, come on. Hey,
No,
hey, come on. Hey, come on. Hey, come on, let's go.
Bet, bro.
Can you describe a situation where you felt someone's being insincere with you? How did it affect your view of the relationship?
Okay, this is a great question. A person that I feel like has been insincere to me is probably an old friend of mine. You talk to a person like every day and you share a connection with them, and then one day they just decide like, I'm tired of you, and they don't talk to you. They don't ask how you're doing. They see you're not doing good. They don't even ask how you're doing. How insincere is that? So I just don't really understand that. I think everyone needs to be decent human beings. Peace.
Hello, I'm Elam Turner, and I approve this message. What are you doing up there? They're trusting. Oh! They're trusting you
to give to. They're trusting you to. They're trusting to know that you.
They're gonna give you. Okay, one second.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
That's me and Byron, 3 BBLs.
Anything to say?
This interview. Bobby, get over here. In your opinion, is it acceptable to lie to a friend?
Well, only if you pulse on left and then you pulse on right, you go straight down here.
Is it acceptable, yes or no?
Straight down here.
You're welcome. I'm not Indian. Un video, mami gente, para ver el tiempo.
Kayla's fat, wearing a shirt blacker than a bat. Lakers in 5.
Yo, Peep Sweatstain Meyer. Peep Sweatstain Meyer. And the Hoods concert that he set up.
Free that man.
He actually set that concert up. He set up the venue and everything. Then he had a tornado punch on some dude in the crowd, took him out like a light.